Hi, welcome back to a VitNerd video. Actually, welcome back to me. It's been a while since I did a video, but I had a good excuse. Mrs. VitNerd and I were doing the VCF SoCal over here in Orange County, California. Last month, February 2024, was the first one. And by all accounts, it turned out to be a pretty good success. We enjoyed doing it. Took a lot of time. Took a lot of effort and had to put the VitNerd videos aside. Although I did back up with a, oh, you don't even want to see that pile over there. I want to see that pile, but yeah, playing catch up now. So, first thing I'm doing is, well, we got a 3D printer since the last video I did. And I told myself for a long time now, I would not buy a 3D printer. Would not buy a 3D printer because I knew I would go in deep. So luckily, we kind of luck of the draw won one. So, no excuse not to try it out. So I've been looking at Thingiverse, looking up Atari parts, other parts, household parts. It's really, really cool. Anybody who owns a 3D printer knows they're pretty cool. And as much as you can print, replacement parts and cases and things like that, which is great, I love when somebody thinks out of the box and creates something that never existed. So there'll be a link in the description. There's probably something on the screen somewhere here right now. This is a keyboard support for the Atari 400 membrane keyboard. If you've never owned an Atari 400 or used one, then you might not know, but this is the keyboard. That's all there is to it. If you can see that in the camera, which I'm sure you can right there. And it rests inside here on a few posts, so you get a little bending. Now, 40 years ago, Atari 400 was my first computer, so I used other ones at that point in my early teens, but working at home on one of these just kind of got used to it. It's what we had, and we loved it. 10 miles back and forth in the snow with my Atari 400, so barefoot. So I really, when I tripped over this, I'm like, oh, that is way cool. I got to try this, and here we go. I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and let's see. Just go. Okay. Now opening the 400 gets a little tricky. The lid needs to move. Let's pop the top up. You see the lid comes through. The cartridge port lid, that is. And if you do this, you don't have to disconnect the keyboard. And you can see it's clipped in here as well. So we'll just leave that there. All you have to do is take your 3D printed part. And you can see here, this is just cavernous. The keyboard rests along some points here, but that's all the support it has. So let's add this in here. And you can see the design, the person 3D printed so that the posts and everything fit through and gives a nice flat surface. Got to play with that cartridge lid there. Okay, that's actually one of the easier upgrades to do. Click that back in. And I'll go ahead and mention that, well, I could be using the VCF SoCal screwdriver. The screwdriver, the t-shirt, the hats are gone. We sold out of the hats at the festival. But we do, if you wanted to go to VCFSoCal.com, you can find t-shirts. We have them in tie-dye as well for the 2024 t-shirt. And the screwdrivers and stickers. Okay, that's all good. Great. So, wow, this feels so much better, right? Already. It's still a membrane keyboard. That was fast. We're done with that. So I'm going to pop it up over here and let's try it out. Okay, I've got this set up here. This is the unit. We just put that keyboard support in, and this is a different Atari 400, obviously, without the support. And I'll be honest, you know, there's some squishiness there with the perf board per se of the keyboard flexing, and there's still a little bit in here, but I do feel more of a bottom when I press. I'm getting a bit more support than just empty air under this one. Now, to be sure, it's not going to make this a miracle keyboard now, but let's go ahead and pop in basic. Get this fired up here. Voila! Any moment, there we go. Okay, ready. Obviously, there's nothing in here. I'll say that was pretty pleasant to type on. So let's try the whole, let's see, print the Vintnerd. Like I haven't spelled that a gazillion times. And put that on there. Go to 10. Oh, well, that probably wouldn't matter, but I think it does. Maybe it doesn't. Oh, right. Go to 10. 20. Go to 10. System reset. Clear the screen. List. And then run. So that was pretty pleasant to type on. Now, I, again, will be honest, this doesn't taste, it doesn't taste at all. It doesn't feel, you know, 10 times better. But it does feel a little better. It got some support. And I was curious to try it with this. I picked this up at VCF West last summer. I've never seen it before. Haven't seen it since. And I'm not even sure who made this, but it was made for the Atari. It's pretty cool. That actually makes it better. Have a tactile feel here with the rubber keys. Let's see, the Vintnerd. Yeah, type a little faster on that. So I'm going to have to say a combination of the 3D printed keyboard support and then this that you'll never find anywhere. Oh, I wonder if we can 3D print that in rubber someday. And then, of course, the frame should be easy to print. If anybody has any information on this, if you know where it came from, who made it, when did they make it, what company sold it, it's pretty cool. So that's just a quick video to show some love and support to the old Atari 400. And I definitely recommend, I think it was a couple dollars in filament to print that support. So really nothing at all. And give it a try, pretty easy to install. Let me know in the comments if you've got a 400 and you want to do that, or if you did it, and tell me what you think about it. So till next time, thanks.